Hello and welcome to this informational video brought to you by the Wellness Pavilion. Today we will discuss concussions in the PATS Concussion Toolbox app. A concussion is a traumatic brain injury caused by a direct blow to the head, face, neck, or somewhere else on the body with a force that is transmitted to the head. According to the Center for Disease Control, in 2014, there were about 288,000 hospitalizations with diagnosed traumatic brain injuries, 23,000 of which were children. Looking for a quick and easy concussion resource? You're in luck. The Pennsylvania Athletic Trainer Society, PATS, has developed an app that gives you access to reliable information about concussion recognition and what you can do for someone who you suspect may have a concussion.
When you open the PATS Concussion Toolbox app, you're welcome to the opening page. There you can easily see all of the tabs that include helpful and educational information about concussions and their management. The Concussion Wise tab includes individualized video courses for coaches, parents, athletes, and kids. These courses are intended to provide educational information on the prevention, recognition, and intended management of concussions. These courses are not meant to replace professional medical advice. They merely act as an educational introduction to concussion awareness. When you return to the home page, the next tab you find is for concussion signs and symptoms. There you can see a list of concussion signs and symptoms. The next tab is frequently asked questions for parents. There you can see some of the most commonly asked questions about concussions and the PATS easy to understand answers. The bottom right tab includes a written disclaimer. This app should never be substituted for professional medical advice. Anyone experiencing signs and symptoms of a concussion should consult a qualified healthcare professional immediately. The information you have read on this app should never replace professional medical advice. This app is only meant for educational purposes. If you think someone may be having a medical emergency, immediately call your doctor or call 911.
As you can see, the Links of Interest tab have different resources and videos about concussion safety and concussion management in youth sports. These are all great resources to look at to understand the importance of concussion prevention and safety, as well as the impact it can have on an athlete if not managed properly. These links have important information that can be applied by parents, coaches, and athletes when performing in a sport or having the athlete compete as well. In this tab, there is a list of various events in the state of Pennsylvania where athletes, coaches, and parents can attend to better understand how to manage a concussion and be aware of the signs and symptoms of one if an athlete is experiencing a concussion and is symptomatic. This tab is basically a forum where parents, coaches, and athletes can request a live concussion-wise training in their area to better further their knowledge on concussion safety and management. Completing this form will allow professionals to reach out to you with additional information and hopefully set a course up in your area. The PATS Twitter account is a great resource to follow and keep up with because it sends out the most recent and updated information regarding concussions and other health-related posts that can be beneficial to coaches, parents, and athletes whenever they would like to catch up on the latest research and events in the state of Pennsylvania.
Immediately, you want to remove the athlete from participation. If you suspect a possible concussion, leaving the athlete in the competition can only do more harm than good. On the sidelines, be sure to collect an in-depth previous medical history by asking as many specific and open-ended questions that you can, and be sure to ask them if they have sustained any previous concussions. Continuously monitor the athlete for the rest of the practice or game on the sidelines and explain to them how important it is to openly share any symptoms they may be experiencing. The main thing you want to make sure you are doing for someone who may have just sustained a concussion is to closely monitor headache levels and overall symptoms throughout the night. Some other easy things to do would be to reduce their electronic use, as well as avoid bright lights and loud sounds as best they can. Also, be sure to instruct your athlete to stay hydrated and eat as normally as they can, as well as get enough sleep. It is a common misconception that someone with a concussion wouldn't be allowed to sleep, but sleeping is actually been shown to help those with a concussion heal. If your athlete tells you that they have a history of concussions, then you should refer immediately to get them looked at by a medical professional. While you are monitoring their symptoms, if they mention that their headache or any other symptoms are getting significantly worse, they are experiencing vision problems, loss of consciousness, or experiencing amnesia, immediately refer to a medical professional.